Hello Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So Aries, today we're going to go over your energy as well as your person's energy. We're going to see how the both of you are currently viewing this relationship and how you guys feel about it and what actions you guys plan on taking each other's direction and are moving forward. So with all that being said, Aries, let's get started. How does Aries currently view this relationship? For Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. All right, Aries. So we do have the Eight of Pentacles. We got the Five of Pentacles. And then we also have the Ace of Swords. Okay. All right, Aries, when it comes down to how you're currently viewing this relationship, it looks like there's somebody here that you would like to work things out with. Whoever this person is, it could definitely represent somebody that you're married to or in a relationship, with. But I am definitely getting that there is an overall energy of, yes, you wanting to work things out here with someone in particular. However, Aries, it kind of looks like the only thing that I don't like is that it kind of looks like you're the only one putting forth the effort towards trying to keep this relationship that you share with this person intact and afloat. It's as if this person is not participating for whatever reason. Obviously, we're going to look a little bit more into this person, but yeah, let's see what's going on with them. How does this person currently view this relationship? With Aries, Sun, Rising, and Venus. Oh, okay. We have the Lovers. We have the Two of Cups, the Chariot. For the vast majority of you, this is going to be resonating vice versa, because it kind of looks like you're kind of getting the same old storyline that we've basically been getting for you, Aries, for the last, 3 readings? But the roles were essentially reversed in the last 3 readings that I did for you. So the vast majority of you are going to find yourself resonating with the person to the right of me, okay? So for the sake of the reading, I'm going to go ahead and say that this is them. But like I said, for the vast majority of you, you're going to find yourself resonating with this person to the right of me. So, all right. So in regards to how they're currently viewing this relationship with you, kind of looks like this person to the right of me is very dead set on moving forward and moving on with their life. I do believe that this person currently finds themselves connecting with somebody else currently at the moment. So it kind of looks like them working things out with you, of course, if this is you, is just simply not an option in this person's mind, mainly because, their mind is already dead set on, okay, I'm moving forward and moving on with my life, and I'm going to go off and build with, said person, because there's already somebody that this person currently finds themselves connecting with. There is already somebody that they want to go off and pursue a relationship with. I'm not entirely sure if you're consciously aware that this person's already involved with someone else. You may not be, consciously aware that this person's involved with someone else. But let's jump back over to you. How does Aries currently feel? For some of you, I am definitely getting that you could very well be married to this person. I am getting that, especially with the Four of Wands coming out here. I mean, the Four of Wands does speak of marriage. So yeah, you could be, still legally married to this person. You might be legally separated from this person. Of course, this could just simply represent somebody that you were, once upon a time in a committed relationship with. But it just kind of looks like you're not ready to walk away from this relationship that you once upon a time had with this person, okay? With the Six of Cups coming out here, that's kind of telling me that this person has been a part of your life for quite some time now. So you guys could have been together for many, many years. But you guys definitely invested a lot into one another. You guys definitely, built a life with one another, and you're not ready to walk away from that. You're not ready to say goodbye. For the vast majority of you, you are not consciously aware that this person's already involved with someone else. Of course, that could very well be something that this person's keeping from you, considering the last reading that I did for you. Yeah, considering the last reading that I did for you, Aries, like I said, the vast majority of you are going to find yourself resonating with this person to the right of me. How does this person currently feel? Okay. All right, so we have the Two of Swords, we have the King of Pentacles, and then we also have the Six of Swords. So Aries, when it comes down to this person that you would like to, work things out with, it looks like this person's mind is already made up about you and their relationship with you. They're very determined to move forward and move on with their life. It kind of looks like going back to you and what they once upon a time had with you is just simply not an option in this person's mind. And I do feel like, it has a lot to do with this person that they're currently romantically involved with. I mean, there's a huge possibility that if this person was not currently romantically involved with someone else, they would have possibly been more willing to work things out with you. You know, that's a possibility. But because there is somebody else already in the picture here, you know, that is definitely playing a massive role in why they don't want to, you know, work things out, you know, with you. You know, according to them, they basically feel like the grass is essentially greener on the other side is basically what I'm getting so far off of them and their energy. What actions will Aries take towards this person or moving forward? We have the Nine of Swords. Oh, man. We have the Nine of Swords to the Five of Wands, and then we also have the Justice card. So in the near future, something's going on here between you and this person that's causing you to develop a lot of anger and resentment towards them. It's like you're perceiving a particular situation as something that's extremely unfair. So let's look a little bit more into the Justice card to the Five of Wands just to kind of get a rough idea of what's actually going on here that you essentially feel is extremely unfair. Tell me more about the Five of Wands to the Justice card. Okay. Okay. So we have the Judgment card, we got the Four of Cups, and then we also have the Three of Wands. Okay. The bottom of the deck, we do have the Page of Wands. We also have the Eight of Swords, and then we also have the World to the Page of Pentacles to the Ten of Swords. So let's talk. Let's talk. The main reason why we do see you extremely angry and upset is because here you are, right? Trying to fix and repair things here with them. And here they are constantly, you know, pushing you away, telling you, no, I don't want to work this out. Like, I'm done. I'm moving forward and moving on with my life, you know, things of that nature. And that in itself is very upsetting for you because, you know, you went and built a life with this person. And because you're not ready to walk away and or say goodbye, and they are, you know, that's extremely upsetting, you know, for you to have to basically go through. And it's extremely painful on top of that. You know, I feel like it is very hard for you to picture and or fathom your life without this person, considering the fact that they've been a part of your life for a very, very long time. So you become accustomed, right, to constantly having this person around. So to have to adjust to life without this person in it is just not something that, you know, you're looking forward to. But it kind of looks like, you know, that's the only option that you have is to, you know, force yourself to picture your life without this person, as well as adjust to life without this person, you know, in it, is basically what I'm getting. So with the Page of Wands to the Eight of Swords to the World, I feel like there's this energy of disbelief attached to your energy. I feel like, you know, you're in disbelief that this person's really moving forward and moving on with their life and they're really calling it quits. It's just not something that, you know, you basically foresaw coming and or happening here, you know, between the two of you. You know, maybe you thought this is going to be the person that you're going to grow old with, you know, and then boom, this happens out of nowhere. You know, that's a possibility. But with the Page of Pentacles to the Ten of Swords, between you and I, and like I said, the vast majority of you are going to find yourself resonating with this person to the right of me anyways, considering the last three readings that I've done, you know, for you. But if this is you to the left of me, then this is you. But I'm going to be honest, I don't feel like this person is disclosing to you that they've already moved forward and moved on with their life and they find themselves currently romantically involved with someone else. I don't feel like they're disclosing that to you at all. And it could be stemming from a place of them wanting to protect your feelings. It could be stemming from a place of them not wanting to hurt you. It could be stemming from a place of them essentially knowing that if they were to disclose all this to you, that it would devastate you and it would hurt you. So in a way, I do feel like this person's trying their hardest to protect your feelings because they don't want to hurt you. Moral of the story, they don't want to hurt you. And they know that if they were to tell you, listen, you know, this is another reason why I don't want to work things out with you, aka because of this other individual, that would, you know, for the most part hurt you. And they don't want to basically hurt you in that way. Now, there is a huge possibility that you could end up finding out about this other individual. And I think that it might cause you to feel like, oh, this is the reason why they don't want to work things out with me. It's because they've already moved forward and moved on with their life and they find themselves romantically involved with someone else, creating a great deal of pain for you. I just want to kind of clear the air really quickly here. I don't feel like that is like, how do I say this? I don't feel like that's the main reason why this person's choosing to not revisit this connection with you all over again. Of course, if this is you to the left of me. For the vast majority of you, this is not you to the left of me, considering, like I said, the last 3 readings that I've done for you guys. Because this energy has always been to the right and this energy has always been to the left. So that's why I'm saying the vast majority of you are going to find yourself resonating with this situation to the right of me. But anyways, I don't feel like that is the main reason why this person's deciding to walk away from this dynamic that they share with you. I feel like it has a lot to do with, you know, their relationship with you and the things that have gone on within this dynamic between the two of you that's, you know, prompting them to want to walk away from this entire situation and never look back. Does this other individual play a role in why they're also not wanting to revisit this connection between the two of you all over again? Yes, I am definitely getting that, but I'm not going to sit here and tell you, Aries, that this is the reason why they're moving forward and moving on with their life. It's because of you know, this person, only because of this person, because I don't feel like that's the case. I do feel like it has a lot to do with just things that have gone on between, you know, you and them, that is prompting them to walk away. But like I said, I do feel like this other individual does play a role in why they're deciding to not go back. But this is not the only reason, okay? This is not the only reason. What actions will this person take towards Aries or moving forward? So we have the Ten of Swords, we have the Queen of Cups, and then we also have the Ace of Cups. Don't get me wrong, I do feel like this person does feel bad when it comes down to like how all of this is playing out here. It just wasn't anything that they were honestly anticipating or expecting to happen. In other words, they weren't anticipating or expecting to develop, you know, strong feelings and emotions for this other individual. You know, that's one thing that this person was definitely not anticipating or expecting. I don't feel like, you know, they did all of this to hurt you or, you know, anything like that. It just kind of looks like it just happened, you know? And I do feel like this person feels terrible, you know, about it too, because again, they didn't do all of this with the intentions to hurt you or anything like that. It just kind of looks like it just happened, you know what I mean, between them and this other individual. They just so happened to find themselves developing all of these feelings and emotions for a whole nother individual that's obviously not you. But you know, they didn't do all this with the intentions of wanting to essentially hurt you, hence why they're more than likely not going to tell you about this other individual, because they don't want to hurt you. Like I said, they feel terrible about, you know, how all of this is basically playing out. You know, it looks like this person, you know, was, you know, unhappy within this dynamic that they, you know, once upon a time had with you. And it kind of looks like this person did have every intention of walking away from this connection. It looks like they were actually, you know, working towards leaving this, you know, relationship, in fact. And it just kind of looks like, you know, this person showed up as they were in the process of, you know, working towards exiting this marriage, exiting this relationship. It just kind of looks like as they were working towards exiting this marriage and a relationship that they share with you, this person just showed up for them out of nowhere. They started developing all these feelings for them and, you know, things like that. But this was definitely not a part of this person's plan. It kind of looks like this person's whole plan was to prepare themselves to exit this marriage and a relationship that they share with you and just solely focus on that as far as doing what they got to do to exit this marriage and a relationship that they share with you. And that was that, nothing more, nothing less, you know. And once they found themselves in a position to be able to leave this marriage and a relationship that they share with you, then that's when they had every sort of intentions of getting up and walking away. But it wasn't their intentions towards, you know, this just wasn't a part of their plan. In other words, like they were not planning on meeting someone else, developing all these feelings for someone else while still being involved with you. It kind of looks like their whole plan was to prepare themselves to leave this marriage and a relationship that they share with you. And then, you know, eventually, you know what I mean, put themselves out there eventually, and then start dating someone else eventually. You see what I mean? But it just kind of looks like that just didn't play out the way that they were initially thinking, you know, it would. So yeah, no, it wasn't a part of this person's plan to develop feelings for somebody else while being involved with you. It was not a part of this person's plan by any means. And like I said, they do feel terrible about it, you know, in regards to like the way that they went about it and the way things played out. They do feel terrible about this, but at the end of the day, I just kind of feel like this person, you know, wants to be happy, and it just looks like this other individual, I guess, makes them very, very happy. It's somebody that they see a lot of potential with, you know, so, you know, then there's that. But needless to say, it does appear to me that this person feels terrible for how they went about this entire, you know, situation. I will say that, hence why they're going to keep it from you, because they don't want, you know, they just don't want you to know. They do not want you to know, because they know that it would definitely hurt you to find out about this other individual. All right, so that is what I have for you, Aries. Hopefully the reading helped, hopefully it resonated, and I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye.